I'm focusing the whole of this morning on the concept of mattering in dementia care, and really starting to look at what does that really look, sound, feel like. So let's start, first of all, with you talking to the person next to you about how do you know today you matter in your life? How do you know today you matter in your life? A couple of minutes to the person next to you. Let's just hear from one or two people. How do you know today in your life you matter? What's my definition of mattering? I think it encapsulates many of the things you've said in the room. Mattering's feeling deep inside that to someone or something and somewhere you really count. Mattering's about knowing that just being who you are really matters. Mattering's having evidence. You see, hear, feel that you make a difference and are needed. But mattering, if you bring it in as a concept to a whole range of workplaces, increases job satisfaction. And perhaps biggest of all, particularly in the area of working in dementia care, that if you introduce mattering and really prove people matter, you protect people against depression. So these words are common when we start to look at mattering in any field of health or social care. So what am I then saying about dementia care? I'm saying, when did it all go wrong? Because it has gone wrong. And the only beginning of changing a culture in dementia care is to accept that. Not to beat yourself up about it, not to be guilty, not to blame, but just to accept we were doing our best, but it all went wrong. We have a massive problem with the dementia care training industry because it's also going down the road of the buildings, the them and us and the boredom. It's lost the plot and it's training on the whole wrong approach. A service has to start, if it's really going to prove people matter, with a culture that's all about feelings first. And even more so for people with dementia, because people with dementia, like us, can't rely on facts and logic and reason. They're relying on this. This is what's running someone with dementia. They can't trust this. So they're looking to us. Are we genuine? Are we authentic? Are we real? Are we feeling it? And they can tell. And that's why when you walk on a shift, you know it's been on. Actually, a few years ago, I didn't want to be heard. People thought I was the wacky guy from Pluto. I remember in an audience, a nurse standing up at the back, similar to here, and after I'd ended near the end of my presentation, the question and answer, she said, "David, I think you need help." And I'm glad you laughed, because when she said it, at the time, the audience went deadly quiet. And I remember the lump in my throat, and saying to her, "No, I've actually had loads of help in my life, thanks. That's actually why it feels okay for me to cry here at this lecture. But I'd like to talk to you because I'm very worried about you." Very worried about you going back to work with people with dementia with such strength of views about people's vulnerability. So, we've got 2, 4, 5 people here at the front. They are all people who have now got dementia, and they are sat in the lounge of a care home. Each one of them has just asked me individually for a slice of toast. And what I want to demonstrate to you is that whether we're a home care worker, whether we're a family member, whether we're a nurse in a care home, we make a choice in the type of interaction we decide to have with someone. We make a choice every 30 seconds about the type of actual interaction we're going to have. And I'm going to demonstrate 5 types of interaction that demonstrate 5 types of care going on at the moment. Karen here asked me for a slice of toast, and my reply to Karen is, I'd love to have one with you. Yeah, what are we gonna have? Are we gonna have the brown or the white? Oh, you looked at the brown. Okay, we'll go with brown. We'll be healthy. Go on. And I've got jam and I've got marmalade here. Oh, you looked at the marmalade. Do you want to smell? Can you smell it? Smells.
Oranges.
It does. Smells of oranges, doesn't it? And if you look at my face, I've just come back from Florida. And I picked an orange off a tree, and you know, it smelled just like this. 30-second task turned into the very best care. Positive social interaction. That was about, no, I'm not going to do this task to you, we're going to share it together. It's going to be great. And you can have real visual choice, and I'm going to engage the senses, and I'm going to share something of myself. My memory of my holiday. Sarah asked me for a slice of toast. And I say, yeah, of course you can have, Sarah. And I've got brown and white bread. Oh, you looked at the white? Okay. And I have jam and I have marmalade. You think the jam? Yeah. Okay, I'll be back in a minute. And you go bring the white toast with the jam and you say, oh, you really enjoy it. This is the sort of dignity, respect type model. It's one care approach down. But there's dignity, there's respect, there's some choice, but it's not about me sharing, and it's not about me going the extra mile to engage senses, memory, anything about myself. But I'll do the task with some dignity. Sandy asked me for a slice of toast. I go to the kitchen, I get the bread, I marmalade it, I put it in front of her and say, here it is. Task orientation. Job done. Fiona asked me for a slice of toast. And I say, well, we all have tea and toast together about 11:30, so if you could wait about 20 minutes and we'll be back with it. Controlling care. I run this place to set routines, you need to fit me, tough you've got dementia, and even more tough that you won't remember in 20 minutes that you even asked for it. Tracy is going to wonder what she's going to get. Tracy asked me for a slice of toast, and I say, don't be so stupid. You can't possibly want another slice of toast. Don't you remember you've already had 3 slices? You're going to have to wait till lunch. Abusive care, total humiliation, putting her down, and the worst thing of all that you can ever say to a person with dementia, don't you remember? You know, 1 in 3 of us in this room are going to have dementia. 1 in 3 of us. 60 people in this room. What are we all going to want? The only thing we're going to want when we have dementia is for someone to reach us. To not leave us trapped inside with all this stuff. Just to be reached. Just to be believed when we say to them that we're in a different reality. That when we have a behaviour, for someone to realise it's not the drug trolley we need. We just need to find the meaning behind his behaviour. What is it he's doing? When he's drawing on all the wallpaper on our posh care home, oh, he thinks he's being a trainer again. Let's just cover the wall with flip chart and give him pens, because he thinks he's running the place. Feeling you matters at the core of being a person, and knowing you matters at the heart of being alive. Seeing you matter is at the centre of carrying on in life. When you know who you are, what you can be, and where you can lead, when you can be vulnerable and unafraid, laugh, cry and dance a dance you don't know, when you can be in the moment with another person, only then do you have the beginning of being the best you can be in dementia care.